Alright, it's Kenny Cooper. Welcome back to my lawn. This is going to end up being a two-part video. First part's going to be showing you my spraying technique, and the next video is going to be the big sprinkler watering it in. So this is part one. Alright, getting ready to show you my compaction issues. The area I'm in right now was kind of in the middle of the renovation, but it wasn't touched. Being that I got the creek running through my yard, I've got some really nice black dirt. There's no compaction at all. I'll show you my soil probe. I can take and bury this thing no problem here where it's all black dirt. I have absolutely no problems right through here where I didn't touch anything. But all the fill I brought in was a lot of clay. Some of it was a little bit sandy clay. When I did the renovation, I stripped a lot of the black dirt off, filled in the low spots with the clay. So driving over all the clay, it got compacted. Then putting the black dirt back over the top of the clay, it all got compacted. So that's why I've got issues right now. I'll take you over one of those areas and show you what I mean. Alright, here's part of the area that got the black dirt stripped off and the clay put back over it. I'll show you the compaction. I can get a couple inches and then it just stops. It's like a rock. Over there I was putting pretty much no effort into it. Here I'm about ready to bend this thing to try to get it into the ground. So I definitely have a compaction issue. I'm going to show you the N-ext products from Green County Fertilizer. I've got their compaction cure. It's a combination of aerate and RGS. I'm going to show you my sprayer setup that I use. Alright, going to show you my sprayer setup. This is my first time actually using this exact setup. I'm pretty fortunate. My father has quite a few nice toys for me to borrow. Excuse me. I usually borrow his golf cart that the sprayer fits in the back of it and hangs off of it. But I just had a little hitch welded onto my mower, and I'm using a luggage cargo carrier that goes into a hitch mount. So I've got it on my lawnmower now. So it's the first time actually using this exact setup, but I've used this sprayer numerous times. So here's my setup. Alright, it's a 25-gallon tank. So I've got it on this cargo carrier with the hitch welded on there to hold it. Power, it's just got some alligator clips that go right to the battery. Got an on-off switch right there I can reach while I'm doing it. They do make a remote controlled switch, which I've used in the past and found out the hard way that they are not waterproof. I just purchased a new one to use in this video. When I plugged it in, it wouldn't work, so we're gonna have to just stick with using the switch. This is a 12-foot wide boom sprayer. With the setup the way it is, with the 25 gallons filled all the way up, I can do exactly an acre with it. So we're going to be filling it up now. These quarter turn full port valves are pretty nice to where you can just have control of your water supply right at the end of the hose without using a spray nozzle. That spray nozzle, depending on the product you're using, can kind of start to make it foam up some. With the full flow of the water, it doesn't foam up as bad. Here's our aerate and RGS that we're going to be using. According to their directions, you use 6 ounces per 1,000 of the RGS and 9 ounces per 1,000 of the aerate. To do my full acre, I'm going to be just a little bit shy of having enough aerate, and I'm going to be a little bit left over on the RGS. With these products, you can't really over apply it unless you get crazy with it. So I'm going to go ahead and use all of the RGS so I don't have just a little bit left over. The aerate is a 005. It's also got humic acid in it. The RGS has also got humic acid, 6%, and it's got sea kelp. The sea kelp is really good for your yard. It loves this stuff. Well, we're about half full here on the tank. First thing you want to do before you put any of the product in, fill your tank about half full, turn it on, get your valves set in the right order. This has a bypass valve. It actually works good to circulate the product through the tank to make sure it's mixed well. So I need to shut that valve. We want to make sure that we got even spray coming out of all the nozzles. Make sure we don't have any clogs in any of them. Mine all look to be doing pretty good. We'll go ahead and shut that off using our switch right here. All right, we're going to go ahead and add the aerate and RGS to the tank. Be careful, the stuff I hear stains. I've never used it, but probably don't want to get it on anything you want to wear to church on Sunday. Got a little bit of splash back there. They recommend using at least a 5-to-1 ratio of product to water. We're going to be exactly at that. We're going to have 5 gallons of product, 25 gallons total. Guess I lied, we'll be a little bit shy. We're going to have 20 gallons of water. We're going to be at a 4-to-1. We're going to get it watered in right away when we're done with this. I know some of you are really wanting to see how that sprinkler I have works out. That was the aerate. Now here's the RGS. We're going to shut the valve off to the nozzles, open the valve up that helps it circulate. We're going to mix the product. While it's mixing, we're going to add our last little bit of water into there. We're only a few gallons shy of being at our 25. put our cap on. Don't want to forget that by any means. We're going to go ahead and let that mix up for about 5 minutes or so. Make sure it's mixed pretty good throughout the tank. And then we're going to start spraying. Alright, when you're all done with that, you definitely want to wash off the tank and rinse it out. Fill it up with some fresh water, clean the lines out. Don't want any product sitting in there and getting mixed in with the next product you're going to be using. Again, this is just my setup. I don't think it would probably work with a lot of mowers for 0 turns at least. There's definitely a lot of weight on the back of it. I can tell when I'm turning. It really wants to just kind of keep it swinging around. So I think you'd need a bigger 0 turn like this one, or there is definitely trailer mounted ones that are pull behind. This is just kind of the setup I wanted to show you. I'm going to go ahead and rinse it off and clean the tank out. That same recirculating valve, you can pull the hose right out and drain the tank. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. I don't know if you can see that coming out of there, probably not, but when they say painter black, they're not joking. This stuff comes out black. It's like oil. It is dark black. I'm gonna go ahead and drain that all out of there. Rinse our lines out, and then we're gonna go turn on the sprinkler, let you guys see me water it in. Alright, well, I hope you enjoyed watching that video of me applying the compaction cure to my yard. It's from Greene County Fertilizer. And as always, if you could subscribe and like, hit the thumbs up button, leave me a comment. I appreciate your guys' feedback.